KNDI, shouts out Brian, shouts out everyone together here, keeping community radio and Filipino radio alive. Yes, what an intro! Thank you. I've never had someone like say all those like awesome like hip hop adjectives, lyrical MC. I appreciate that.
It'll get better because next time I'll try to do it like Michael Buffer and I'll put on all these accolades and
yes. And let me just say big ups to Brian right here. I met you back in 2014, 2015. Dude, I appreciate that and it's cool to see you on your new like health journey, mental wellness. It's a lifestyle, that's what's up, man. And I'm happy to be here and just talk story with you again.
Yeah, happy to have you. So since the last time, you're usually here like, if not every year, maybe half a year.
Right.
But for the first time listeners, let us know who you are and just the 411.
Right. My name is JehzanExclusive. I'm a hip hop artist representing Honolulu, Hawaii. Also Pride Pinay, Filipino. By way of my family from Ilocos Sur and Ilocos Norte, as well as Waipahu, Kalihi, Salt Lake, Eva Beach. I think I named it all. Yeah. So we're just representing, island culture, Filipino culture at the same time. Yeah. Proud to be who I am.
Right on. So, I don't even know where to start anymore. You got a lot going on. So tell us what's new. What's new first?
What's new? I think I talked to you maybe about 7 months ago, maybe back in July or August of last year. This past year especially has just been like a real upward climb. You've known me since Team Backpack, since the talent shows that I was coming on to promote. See, this is how long I've known this guy. Like, you guys, all these guys on social media right now, they're kind of new to this stuff. But this guy has been supporting ever since. But, shouts out all my homies and stuff that's supporting. I'm sorry, what did you ask again? Oh, yeah. Lots of different things happening. I dropped a mixtape or a new EP back in October. Opened for Ruby Ibarra, got to perform with her last year. That was a big highlight for last year. Also got to visit her at her last San Francisco Circa 91 show, which was back in November.
Wow. So
that was real tight too. Been traveling, been, on the grind, hustling. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right, no, I'm glad. keep it moving.
For sure.
And Jehzan was also on one of my favorite Filipino shows with G Tanji, but I don't know what happened to the show.
No, but she still is heavy on social media. She interviewed Ruby Ibarra not too long ago, I think. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, I wonder if she remembers me. But I think she did. I think I emailed her randomly, and then she was like, of course I remember you, something like that. Because I was trying to get the old video of our interview, because it's not on anymore. So the one that I had with her, so I was trying to find it, and I think she gave it to me or something like that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exclusive right there.
2015, 2014, man.
And you have a show coming up this weekend. I wanted to get that one out there up first.
Yeah. What's it called? I love how you're still using this this beat. I like it.
Hey, that goes to show how old I am. The 90s.
Yeah, she's using Ready or Not by the Fugees and Lauryn Hill, bro. Real stuff, real hip hop. So this Saturday, big show. It is my last show before going on tour. So all these people who've been like saying, I'm going to come to your show, I'm going to come to see you. Bruh, this is literally the last time before I go international with it, okay? Anyways, I'll be hosting. Shouts out the homies Lava Rock Hawaii, Hawaiian Brian's. It's going to be this Saturday at the studio at Hawaiian Brian's. It's an all-age show, so that's really, it's a cool thing to be able to bring in youth.
Nice.
We have some youth from Salt Lake, Waianae, Kaneohe coming through, and I just really want to shout them out. My homegirl, Faya Empress, she's also headlining the show. She represents the West Side lyrical MCs, Fire Island family, Fire Island clique. All the natives and the Polynesians out here, so shouts out her. Also got this up-and-coming rapper from Kaneohe. His name is Drunk with a J, 16 years old. To preface this, basically 2 or 3 weeks ago, Fire Empress hosted a talent show at Hawaiian Brian's with a bunch of youth, and these are kind of like the top youth from that talent show.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
so they've
okay.
kind of, most of them have already kind of at least got their toes a little wet, you know what I mean? So shouts out Trip God, aka Zach YLI on Instagram, another upcoming 16-year-old just hustling and doing his thing, learning about music, learning about art, and it's cool because art is, you know, I'm sure you also, like, you got into breakdancing, you probably as well, you know, high school, middle school, and it's like to see that spark happen again to someone else is like, oh, that is so cute. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, like, that's what's up. Like, you got that drive to be a rapper, producer, MC, you know, and things might change as, you know, life goes on and stuff, but it's cool to see them have that spark, you know, in their heart or in their eyes. So shouts out everyone watching, shouts out all the youth coming through. Also the homie Young Six, another talented female MC and singer from Salt Lake. So we're both Moana Lua grads and everything like that.
Wow.
So lots of cool like Hawaii Ohana kids going on, you know, this show. So really excited. Yeah.
Bring them on by.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Again, shouts out Lava Rock Hawaii, and this is actually the first time that me and G, my partner, are actually introducing our record label, our media promotions company, which is SkyLex Entertainment. So this is kind of like their first in conjunction with Lava Rock Hawaii. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
We've been moving behind the scenes, doing all this JehzanExclusive, the blog, all this media stuff, but now we're actually kind of getting a little bit more legit with it. And, you know, life and, you know, hustling is all about elevating and going to the next level. So that's what we're doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the last time we talked about how it is competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you still stay relevant after all these years?
Yeah, you know, to be quite honest, just to back up again, you know that I studied marketing in school. I have a business background. Just overall professionalism plays a big role because a lot of people are catching on to the social media networking, social media marketing, which is cool, and there's fun ways to do it. I also do like random stuff sometimes on social media, not negative things, but just some funny, interesting things that I do. Like I've eaten balut, not for IG, but like I did it while on IG. Yeah, it's just cool to see how it goes. But anyways, I think when you are just so true to who you are and you know what your message is and what your story is, then you're always going to be relevant because like you're staying true to yourself. And that's really what I have to say about that. Yeah. So no matter what other people do, I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's what's going to work for me, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Jehzan is still the same Jehzan, and that's like, can you be there 5 years ago?
Dude, I was like a sophomore in college. Now I'm like a teacher and stuff. It's crazy. I have become the sensei now. It is. It's so weird. People are calling me like OG or like sis. I'm like, bruh, what?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shouts out to Central Middle School, the after-school program.
Yes.
I see Jehzan there. I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Hip-hop in effect.
Yup. So I teach rap class every Wednesday at Central Middle School for After School All Stars. Shouts out After School All Stars. They're just they're the only national and in the state program for after school for middle schoolers because there's no like federal funding for middle school after programs, especially sports and stuff like that. So it plays a really big role in these kids' lives, and I appreciate my time in that organization. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
We
gotta thank Arnold Schwarzenegger for even birthing the whole thing, you know.
Oh, really? He's the one who started it?
He was the one pushing it in the beginning.
Dude,
and then
I should know this.
Yeah.
Wow, I should know this. On air, I hope my job doesn't see me. I should know this. They never told me about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I thought they would tell me that.
Yes.
Okay.
Back in the day, we did a few projects.
Oh my God, for real.
But yes, shouts out to them because they put hip hop in there. So we didn't have this back in the day.
Yes. And Brian is teaching what's that called? Breakdancing and hip hop, pop locking and drop it.
Drop it like
yeah. Except you hurt your foot, so you're healing right now. Yeah.
Resilience.
Yeah, you gotta go to the Pokemon Center or whatever to get your life back. They probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, so everyone support Jehzan's show this upcoming weekend. I'm glad that Hawaiian Brian does shows like that.
They really, I honestly say, like, you know, this might, I'm just gonna say it. I dig Hawaiian Brian's a lot. I performed there probably the most locally this past year, and different promoters and stuff during different events. But Hawaiian Brian's is like they always like pretty solid, and it's just a cool venue because all ages can go. There's billiards. They also have food over there. Look at me selling. You guys should hire me as your marketing agent or whatever. But I appreciate Hawaiian Brian's, and I plan on doing a lot more shows there in the future and continuing on. So it's a building relationship with Hawaiian Brian's. Yeah.
Networking.
Yeah.
There's the business skills right there. There you go. Just keep it moving. Yep.
Yes.
Right on. So okay, so we'll I'm just gonna fly through because the hour always just goes by so fast. I know,
it's already like a quarter way. My goodness.
and Jehzan knows this. I told her since day one, every time you come on here, you gotta bust a freestyle. I don't care if you're like 40, 50 years old, we still gonna be dropping lyrics.
Yes.
So as she's contemplating on that, she's preparing for that. Tell us about your upcoming tour in the motherland of the Philippines.
Dude.
The Vow.
Yes. So I am going to Davao City, Philippines, literally like next Thursday. Right?
Friday.
Next Friday.
Wow.
I will be in Davao City, Philippines from February 1st through March 1st. Basically, it's an independent tour. You know, this is something that I did do like an Indiegogo campaign back in maybe September or October, raised some funds from there. But really, that was kind of just to kickstart the whole thing. I dropped a project during that time, got merch, sold merch. So yeah, just building it from there. And really, this is me and my girlfriend and the very few like family and friends who want to support in different ways. So I really appreciate her, especially. She's literally, it's not like I'm doing this by myself. I am, as far as like Jehzan goes, you know, but my partner right here, like she's like what's it called? Like this, she called herself like the secret weapon or whatever, you know, because a lot of guys, like they have teams, they have, groups that they be working with and supporting each other. Me, it's just me and her, like at the ground level, it's me and her in the house, writing, rapping and stuff like that. So she's part of the whole process. So
manager?
Yeah, pretty much manager, partner, freaking psychologist, like everything, mentor, partial mentor. Yeah, but we're partners is what I really say. Yeah, fitness expert. Yeah, like she critique person for everything, what I'm wearing, how I sound, what I'm doing at shows. Like I really appreciate what she's doing, and like I said, we're building this business. So bringing it back to the Davao tour. This is something that we've been planning for probably 6, 7, 8 months already. Like I said, started the Indiegogo campaign, got some funding, got merch, sold stuff to fundraise again, did a bunch of shows. And now this is pretty much self-funded, self-booked, and self-coordinated. I'll be performing at about 2 or 3 venues over there during the month. And then I'll also be teaching a rap class over there in Davao City. So that is really what I'm looking forward to. And it's the last weekend that I'm there. I think like God purposely, can I say God? Yeah, I can. God purposely placed that opportunity at the end. Yeah, because I think it's going to be really cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
I was gonna. Oh, here we go. Donation. I missed
what?
the.
No,
I missed the
bro.
No, here we go.
Dude, he's trying to give. No.
20 is a lot in pesos in sa Pilipinas.
Dude, thank you.
Sa mga Jollibee,
you don't have
at
to.
Chow King, you know.
Don't get me started on Chow King. You guys don't know about Chow King. Oh my God, I will fight for some Chow King. I really would.
But yeah, so aside from that donation, where can you still support it? Like, do you still have the page up?
Honestly, I'll take support any way we can. Before that, let me just say shouts out the sponsors that gave us a bunch of clothing for this tour. Fake is one of them, Fake Apparel. This is a Bombs brand from Kalihi, Las Vegas.
Kalihi, Dillingham.
Yeah, so it's cool because like a lot of the people who are supporting, they're also growing in their brands and in their business and in their hustles. So shouts out Fake Apparel. Really want to shout out what's it called? Aloha Apparel. They gave me a bunch of shirts, stickers, and they also gave me like a code. So if people go on their website and type in Jehzan20, they get 20% off. So that's pretty tight. That's my first time I got like a, influencer code. So I feel kind of like cool and stuff, Also, Squeeze Play donated a lot of shirts to us. He gave us like a glow in the dark shirt and gonna give some to the kids in the Philippines too. So, Also, what's it called? HCO Clothing Company on Instagram. They gave some shirts too. There's a couple more. Dre Empire also supporting Aloha, and they spell it like with a V, kind of like upside down. I think they're like a water bottle or something company. But then they gave us like merchandise as well, or they're giving us merchandise. So again, shouts out everyone. I think I'm missing some people. Upper Hand Clothing. Yeah, I'm probably missing some people, but I really appreciate the sponsors. This is the first time that like we're actually getting a lot of merch from other people, you know. So I really appreciate that too.
Hey, this might turn to not, you know, you might be doing this annually.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for real. I printed shirts in Seattle earlier this year. Shouts out my cousin Kailea for getting that done. And I printed stickers from Squeeze Play Hawaii, which is out here in Sand Island. Shouts out the homie Cedric Clinton. Yeah, just shouts out everyone. Just, it's cool to build the communities and see like where we can all help each other and stuff. And I think that's something you can't really get on the mainland or anywhere else except really Hawaii with that aloha spirit, you know. Yeah.
And you're bringing it to the Philippines.
Yeah, so yeah, I just appreciate like all of this, bro. Like again, like you've seen it like from before, you know, me promoting my school's talent shows, and now we're going on tour. And I'm not anywhere near I want to go where I want to be yet, but like it's an upward trek. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's your area in the hip hop, like
right.
I rap, but kind of.
Yeah.
That's your lane. So
right.
Go push forward. Unless you want to switch, you do breakdancing.
I know. I need to get in. I've been saying ever since like. Once I know how to dance, man, like I can dance and whatnot, but like once I really like get some choreo and like, you know what I mean? Cool. That'll be a totally different, like, yeah.
Choreo to your own song is like...
Manifest.
You'll drop
but then I'm going to the Philippines and I'm going to eat, so hopefully the studio shouts out Kite's Dance Studio, hopefully I can go to some of their classes and, you know, get some cardio and just learn and vibe with the people over there. Because hip-hop is everywhere, man, and it's in the Philippines. I think I read this article yesterday. I don't know if I saw it on your page, actually, and it said, like... in every barangay, no matter where it is in the Philippines, 1 out of 5 kids is gonna be a B-boy or a B-girl, and that's lit to me. That makes me so happy. you know.
Yeah, I think that was the skills that goes every year that throws B-boy events.
Yes,
skills.
Yes. I went to the Philippines for the first time back in 2017 to G's province in Ilocos Norte, where my family is from. And what was interesting is that there wasn't really like open mics or anything like that where we were, but there was a lot of posters that I would see for rap battles. And when I go to Davao, one of the opportunities that I have to perform is at a rap battle / breakdance battle sort of thing. It's not set in stone yet, but I'm like, wow, like this is interesting, man. Like hip-hop is everywhere, but it's in its different phases, you know? Yeah, even in Europe and Middle East. I collabed with a Middle Eastern artist last year, like literally in Iran.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like it's just, that's how big it is, man. And I'm in Hawaii at the same time. Like people don't think of Hawaii being like a place of hip-hop, but we are, you know? Yeah, bro. I'm so excited. I'm just, sorry, I might be a little jumpy and like going all over the place, but like I'm just excited, man.
Don't worry, it's all good.
Yeah.
So before we take the ID break, and then we'll play your song.
Yeah.
You, for the listeners that are tuned in, you were talking about you do a rap class. Just give us maybe a taste or like maybe the basic or some fundamentals that you teach, or what in class, or like what would you teach like someone
right
something to take off of.
So really, like, it's more than just freestyling, and it's more than just battling. My kids now, they're always like, oh, let's battle, miss. And then like I try, and then they're like, no, I don't know what to say. I'm like, you know, but I think at the core of it, what I try to teach my students, whatever age they are, is just to use their voice. That is the main thing about being an MC, right? Is to know that you have your voice, claim your voice, and then to tell your story using your voice. So that's the main thing that I try and do. We do it through a bunch of different exercises. One of the most, I've done this with Rock the School Bells at UH Manoa the past couple of years too. It's another youth program for hip-hop education. Anyways, one of the easiest, like, simple, I guess, activities we do is we do a I am, I be statement. Just very simple, just 2 lines. And they can go more if they want. But and then they can say what they want. And usually it's about them, like, claiming their identity. They'll be like, I be Kalihi, you know what I mean, or something. And to me, like, it may seem silly, it may seem like, you know, silly as what it is, but it's a kid claiming where they're from and being proud of where they're from. And there's power in that, even in those, like, little statements. So I would say that's like a sample of that. Yeah.
Nice. Did someone teach you that, or it was just in the process of...
I've always wanted to use hip hop as, like, a teaching tool, but I just never really had, like, I never got schooled on how to teach. You know, I'm a business major, I'm a business background, but I do have to say it's something I've been interested in, and I do want to shout out the homie Naveed Navahi from the Super Groupers. He's another educator MC who has kind of, like, guided me in the different, like, curriculums that you can do for hip-hop education. He also runs Sound Shop, which is another, like, hip-hop class at, I think, the Honolulu Theater or something like that, every month or something like that. Again, Punahele, Rucka, all these people, all these MCs, like, there's a lot of Hawaii hip-hop artists who are involved in, like, educating the youth in different ways. Punahele does, he talks in detention centers, he talks in the youth prisons and stuff like that. So yeah, I just really appreciate, and I'm just using my lane wherever I can be with my tools. So yeah, shouts out everyone just using hip-hop for education, whichever way that you can. Yeah.
That is so cool, because like I said, when I was growing up,
you
couldn't even rap in school.
Yeah, it was, like, bad. I went to a private school though, like,
once
they heard, like, Nelly or some, like, bass, they're like, no.
I got sent home breakdancing in school.
I bet, yeah. It's like, so, what?
But now that it's out in the open, like, hip-hop is now fairly accepted, so it's more power. Power.
I appreciate that, man. Shouts out all the hip-hop heads and hip-hop community all over the world. Yeah.
So do you follow that too? Like, you tried learning all the elements of hip-hop? Because I tried it back in the day, tagging and all this stuff.
Honestly, I think I tried it in different ways. When I was, like, maybe 10 or 11, I got into graffiti because I watched, like, Beach Street and all that kind of stuff. And, like, a bunch of these tagging movies. I forgot. There's a lot, but, like, some tagging movies. And I was like, I'm going to be a graffiti artist. But that just wasn't my talent, you know? But I wanted to do it. I wanted to participate. My older cousins in Waipahu and Kalihi, like, I was always, like, too young to do, like, the choreography and stuff with all my cousins who could do, like, all this, like, stuff back in the early 90s. But again, it wasn't, like, what I could do at that time. And then, you know, fast forward to my teenage years, I find, like, spoken word poetry, and that evolved into rap. And I always loved rap music anyway. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Yeah.
Nice. Right on. Okay, so I'm gonna go get into this song.
Yes.
You want to share about this song?
Yeah, shouts out 66 Beats. This is a brand new song. You guys are going to be the first to hear this song on air. It's not even out yet. I'm going to be dropping it very soon. But anyways, it's called Better Things. And basically, you know, 2018 has been, like I said, a trek up. It's been a level up as far as my career and even how I think about the world and how I see the world and see people. So anyways, this song is about, you know, focusing on the positive things in life and not forgetting to just... not forgetting to know why you do certain things and to always focus on the better things in life, because there's always better things to focus. Today I was talking with one of my students, ironically, at the college I teach, and he was saying, like, you know, sometimes it may feel like God is putting you in a place you're not supposed to be. You may feel out of place, but you're exactly where you need to be, because, like, God wouldn't put you where you shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Or you need to find your way back, or he's using that hardship to bring your way back. But yeah, this song is called Better Things. I know I'm rambling. This features Bombs. Shouts out Bombs for being the feature on this as well. And he's also the person that has been, like, mixing a lot of my stuff, and he made the cover art for this song. So shouts out Bombs. Also Davao Born. Yeah. Oh, nice. So it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Better Things. Let's go.
All right. I was trying to test it.
Yeah.
It kind of went skip.
Yeah. Shouts out everybody watching. What's good? Yo, Scotty, Drunk, Fire Empress, Stone, Silvani, Mac Foreign, Fire Empress, Hawaii Hip Hop TV. Yeah. Better Things is playing on the radio right now, bro. Shouts out Bombs. Shouts out Fake Apparel.
808 Mile Bombs.
Hey, hell yeah.
808 Mile.
Hey. Grateful for the life God made for me. Grateful for the life God made for me. Now I kill them all like this. Then I spray these hits. Stomach times the babysit. Use the cakey up with these kids. Stay real and stay legit. Cause I know when I'm older. Young soldier gets colder. Pain feel like borders. All this weight on my shoulder. Don't believe, let me show you. Used to hang with them posters.
Yeah, one of our hostess left it up there.
Oh, yes.
So I don't know if that helps. Kind of crooked.
Never gonna get jaded when no time is wasted. Like don't waste my time. Baby, after better times. Hey, like why I'm never satisfied? Why? Cause I'm on to better things, yeah. On to better things.
Hey. Well, now when I upload it to YouTube, it's gonna be.
Wait, you have one right there.
It doesn't. I know. I have this one here too. What's good?
I'm like chugging this down.
I think this thing.
I fixed it.
Oh, only you know how to fix things. Do you want to come in on this next time?
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Oh, no, not right now.
Oh, no.
we
Like,
going
does
air?
this go on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sick.
Man, Bombs.
Yeah.
We used to do shows at Taylor B.
Yes.
I think it's what's called now in Dillingham. Pure Nightclub.
Yeah, Pure
I think
Nightclub.
it was.
Yeah.
We used to open up breaking and then they would perform.
That is
after.
awesome,
That's
man. Yeah.
That was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Teenage years.
Yeah. He's really evolved because now he's doing like producing visuals for like other artists, you know. So it's cool, and you can never you cannot downplay experience. You know what I mean? Even though there might be ways to get more famous faster nowadays, like you cannot fabricate like realness and experience, man. So and that's why I work with him, because there's a lot of like other bigger producers I could work with, you know, and stuff. But for what I get with him and the relationship we have, that's really what you know. Yeah, I really appreciate Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, keep repping up in Vegas, yo.
Yeah. Funny story. So like, I knew about Bombs back in high school, but I wasn't like friends with him or whatever. But I knew my best friend Jan in Davao, who we're gonna see. They're like second cousins.
Oh wow.
So we're like supposed to meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's destined.
Yeah, like my best friend in the army is from Davao. And his second cousins with Bombs, like it's kind of like, and now we're going on tour, and there's that Davao connection. My dad was also born in Davao, so like, there's an interesting connection I have with Davao, even though like I've never been there, or like I don't really have family there, you know. But there's still roots there, so that's why I feel like before
Then I went to school with them.
Right, and then she went to high school with Bombs. Did you go to Farrington too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just it's just so funny. Like it's just weird, like how like life works it out, you know.
Yeah, our president is from there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
D30.
Yeah, that's what it is, bruh.
All right, so we're back here live on the air on KNDI Radio 1270 on your AM.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, you know, drops are expensive now, so I gotta do my own.
Yeah. Hey, if you need me to come in, I'll do that. Hi. I can record at home too and send it to you.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, maybe you can do like a KNDI drop.
Yeah, I can. Like, hey, what's up? This is JehzanExclusive. You tuning in to 12. You know, like that. Yeah. I've always wanted to do it because the main radio won't let me. But my Filipino people here, they help me.
And that was exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got like less than half an hour, but we'll get into it. Of course. Okay, so where should I go first? Before anything else, are you ready to do our free flow?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then we can bring on your guest with you, your manager, CEO,
partner.
Yeah. So is it okay? This beat is fine.
For sure.
Is it good enough?
Sure. Yeah, we can go with it.
All right. I'll just go first, and then you can just drop in.
Okay.
Because you're the main.
Nice.
Star. I'm just the interview.
Can you make it a little louder though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I hear it from here?
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to drop a flow too?
No, I don't know how to rap. I know how to tag.
Yeah. She's a different type of artist, visual artist. Yeah.
And we'll get to hear more from you in just a little bit. But yeah, here we go.
Okay.
KNDI live tonight, 7 to 8 p.m. Yeah. Lend me your ears as I step into the spotlight. Give you a little crazy info, give you a little insight. It's the one they call Brian, representing with my homegirl, Jehzan.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ready or not, we gonna go. Yo. It's Jehzan on the microphone, on the radio. Y'all already know how I just spit the flow. This is freestyle and I'm wildin' around the island. I be wildin' and be like, I be on the radio, Honolulu. Y'all already know though, bro. I can't really hear the beat, sorry.
Is that louder?
Yeah. Can we switch it up, actually?
Okay.
It's kind of like, it doesn't have like a... I don't hear the kick. Yeah.
Okay. What beat?
Just type in like a boom bap beat or something like that. Yeah. I don't want to spoil Ready or Not so much. If you guys want to see us freestyle, we did this. We freestyled to this on the phone the last time. Yeah.
You have a preference, artist?
Just go on YouTube and type in like a boom bap beat. Anything.
How do you spell B?
Boom bap. BOOM.
Bap.
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 Instrumental?
Yeah. Just anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Run that back.
Does this work?
Hey.
Oh, this is like a 90s old school bap beat?
Anything,
with that roll?
Yeah. Anything.
Okay, let me just take off the Fuji's and
right.
We'll go with the...
Shouts out everyone tuning in on Instagram right now, Facebook Live, and also wherever you're listening to KNDI Radio 1270 AM, Hawaii, Honolulu, Philippines, wherever you at in the world. Shouts out. A little bit louder, please. A little bit more. Sorry. Thank you. All right. Okay. Yeah. Freestyling off the mic. You already know that I get it like Mike, cause I slam dunk in this game. Freestyle, although this is not a game. This is a lifestyle. Gotta get what you giving. This is freestyle, not written. We out here in Honolulu, but it's more like the Honolulu Zoo. You already know it's crazy in the concrete jungle. We be wildin' around the island. Gotta ask my uncle for a couple bucks, but he just make that money from that lunch truck, cause we all working class. We gotta get it like that. They be drinking green bottles straight from the glass. I be trying to tell my people, gotta get it together, gotta do it better. Like no matter the weather, y'all already know. Yeah. Freestyling off the dome, it's Jehzan on the microphone. I spit it off the dome, you already know I guess the flow. This is freestyle, you know that I get these miles. Shouts out Hawaiian miles. We about to go Philippines, about to go Davao City and rip these beats, about to teach the keiki and all they B-boys and B-girls all around the world. This is real hip-hop all around it's your girl Jehzan on the microphone. Always repping hard for my home, Oahu grown. Let's go. Hey.
Yeah. There you have it, exclusive.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, I'll just leave this beat playing in the background.
This is dope.
Okay. Anything else you want?
Yeah. Again, thank you everyone who's watching. Once again, this Saturday at the studio at Hawaiian Brian's, we got the homie Fire Empress Stone performing. We got Zach Wiley, aka Trip God. We got Young Six in the building representing Salt Lake, and also special guest Drunk, 16-year-old rapper from Kaneohe. 4 in the building, you know what I'm saying? It's just a real, like, I'm just so stoked. Like, 2018, 2019, Hawaii got a lot of talent, man. But with a lot of talent means that there's a lot of competition, but we all got to spar with each other. We all got to get better. And I see it in the way people are promoting now. I see it in, you know, the kids who are coming through the open mics and the rap shows. And I feel like we're on a new wave of, like, growing and stuff like that. And social media has really helped that, you know, really plummet into the next level. So I really appreciate that. And, you know, JehzanExclusive, on to bigger and better things. I'm gonna go Davao City, Philippines, literally next week. So still just planning everything for that. I do want to shout out all the people in Philippines that are really supporting me. Yeah, I really got to shout out. You should check them out too. Shouts out Delinquent Society. They're a killer underground hip hop group in Davao City that's really, like, coming up in the game. They got, like, a video on Genius and stuff, you know, that platform for, like, rap and stuff like that. Shouts out Fuser, who's a talented member of Delinquent Society. He's an MC, but he's like the visual artist. He did a bunch of my cover arts for this tour, so there's really like a Davao connection now going with the last project that I did, the last couple singles that I dropped. Again, Better Things that we just played, Bombs is from Davao. My best friend Jan lives in Davao, but she was also from Davao. Yeah, bro.
Davao
like,
really represented tonight.
I don't know what's happening, what's connecting me to Davao, but I feel like, you know, before I try and go fully to the mainland or try and really chase this thing around the world, I gotta start in my roots. I can't do it without it, you know. I gotta start in the Philippines. Like, but my life is leading me there, music is leading me there, just the path is leading me there. So I feel like God is really telling me, you gotta go back to the Philippines and do some lit stuff over there, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate that, and looking forward to, you know, also representing Hawaii, because I'm a Filipino girl from Hawaii, a Pinay artist, and just trying to kill it, you know. Like, this ain't a game to me. It's not a hobby. Like, this is literally my life and making it my career. Yeah.
And that's true, guys. You know, she's been doing this many years.
Bruh.
Still here.
Bruh. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
One question before we bring in Jan. So you've been doing this for many years. What can you share with the listeners to educate or motivate them to, like what you're saying earlier? It has to be like something it is you. You can't fake it or whatever.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, just something you wanted to share with them to bring out that message and to inspire them to keep going with what they're doing.
Well, first of all, last year I actually started, I didn't start a new YouTube channel, but I started a new series on my OTD hip hop blog channel on YouTube. It's called Get On. So any artists who are looking to find ways to basically legitimize themselves, learn about like what professionalism looks like, what is networking, because really after you get into the booth, like, making music is easy. That's really the easy part. Getting the vibes, finding your flow, finding your voice. That's the easy part. After that, it's about getting it to the people and being able to communicate that perception that you want of yourself or your brand to the people, you know. So a lot of times, especially in Hawaii, people will be like, they sleeping on me, no one's coming to shows, and it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough sometimes, you know. I've been to shows where there's not a lot of people, but you cannot look at it like that, because I feel like when there's smaller shows, you have more opportunity to make like more close-knit fans, you know. And now it's instant. They can follow you on Snapchat, they can follow you on Instagram, and boom, like the relationship is there already, you know. So anyways, I would have to say, aside from, you know, checking out my series and trying to help other artists in the business and stuff, pretty much just believe in yourself, bro, because, you know, there's going to be a lot of upheaval, especially kids who's starting at 16, 17. I also started at a young age myself, you know, and there's going to be a lot of disappointment, but I would say you cannot get into this business because it is a business. You cannot get into this industry, even this art form, even the culture of hip-hop. You cannot get into it if you soft. If you get criticized by everything that someone says, if you if that makes you not want to do like what you do just because someone doesn't approve of it or someone doesn't like it or someone says a bad comment about it, you gotta push through all that, because guess what? When you get to the next level, it's gonna be hundreds and thousands of people praising you, but also like they might also be criticizing you. So you gotta be able to take that. And so, but when you, like I said, when you know who you are, when you know what your voice is, when you know what your message is, no one can shake that when you know what your goal is. So I would really say these kids, man, keep working on your craft, keep hustling, but remember why you do it for, because it's easy to get caught up in the parties and the, you know, there's drinking and stuff like that involved sometimes. You got to be able to kind of like not block that out, because I've also like partaken in my own like young 20 lifestyle, you know, but now that I'm reaching like my late 20s and my early 30s, I'm like, you know, being able to block out those things and really make this like a legitimate business and stuff for myself. So that's really what I'm about. Yeah. I'm about like that long-term stuff. People always try to get like the short come up from me. That's not what I'm about, because I'm not a short come up. I'm still coming up, you know what I mean? I'm short, but I'm not a short come up. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I know I've been rambling a lot today, but like I have so much to share and so much passion for what I do and helping others too. So yeah, that's what I'm about.
Well, as long as I'm still here, you can always come back.
Yeah,
So
thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully, you know, in the future we can help, you know, get other stuff for you guys out here. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, paying it forward and stuff like that. I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
No, just don't forget me when you're up there.
No, I have something to say about that. Because now... No. Let me say that. There's a difference with people who helped you in the beginning, for you as an example, Brian. But then there's a difference of the people who expect you to shout them out when they didn't even support in the beginning, you know? So, like, how can I tell you thank you when you wasn't even supporting, when I didn't even have enough to do what I loved? You know what I mean? Like, you wasn't there, so I'm not going to do that. On top of that, there's a lot of, you know, new people, especially with this tour and the buzz, and it's going to keep on growing. A lot of people coming my way. A lot of people want to collaborate with me, and I'm like, okay, that's dope. But we got to build the relationship first, you know. I will do a track with you just because you my homie and that we've built that relationship before,
5 years
you know,
ago.
we just do it for the clout or for, you know, the gram or whatever, as they say. So, yeah, it's about, like, longevity. I'm about, like, building, like, relationships and stuff like that. So... yeah, man.
Right on.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's turn the mic over to
G.
the left.
G Remolacho.
What's up? What is this on?
Yeah.
My partner,
Just gotta go close, yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
fiance, my manager, executive, CEO.
Photographer. Videographer.
In-house everything, you know.
Therapist.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Can you tell the people like where you're from and what you represent?
So I'm originally from the Philippines, Ilocos.
Yeah.
Sulit. So shouts out to them.
Barangay.
Yeah. And then moved here to Hawaii. So I kind of consider myself like 2.5 generation into an immigration family. You know what I mean? And so. Traditionally, like, I like it. Culturally, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I have to deal with, but as an individual, I love being Filipino.
Right.
So before, I never really, like, considered myself, like, being Filipino, because, you know, back in the day, like, Filipino were the fresh breed coming to
racism.
You know, during that part in the 90s, right? But, like, now, like, you know, growing up, I realized what it means to be a Filipino, a Pinay, you know, like being realistic with yourself. And that's something that you cannot wash off, right? You're just born into it, right?
No skin white.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you know, like we're
sorry, Bello,
you know,
you ain't getting our money.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was like crazy when we went to the Philippines and all we seen was like aisles of whitening soap, and I literally went in the middle of the store and I said, "Why do you guys want to be like white?
Yeah,
what the heck?"
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's
cool.
nothing wrong with makeup and all that.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
nothing
stuff,
wrong.
But it's really like an issue.
Yeah, in the Philippines. So like you know, but that's their thing.
Yeah.
I like being dark.
We represent Pinays. We're representing Kalihi. We're representing
Kalihi.
Hawaii. You know, Philippines. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta stay true.
Exactly.
And if you do see Duterte or Pacquiao, be sure to take a picture.
For sure.
Not the wax.
For
The wax version of it.
Yeah, man. And I think a lot of people, like, they underestimate the power of Filipinos, you know, like, you know, of course we have Manny Pacquiao. Of course we have, you know, the interesting president.
Congrats.
Duterte. Yeah. Congrats. But there's a lot of, like, you know, influential Pinoy artists, Bamboo, Blue Scholars, Ruby Ibarra, Rocky Rivera, Classy. Even the people over here, Bombs is one of them, you know, talking about what it means to live in Kalihi and be Filipino and stuff like that. So, and myself adding into that mix as like a, you know, third generation Filipino American, because for a lot of like my Waipahu and Kalihi counterparts and my friends and stuff, they actually had like Filipino traditional parents, my girlfriend, my wifey included, you know, but for me, I was kind of like lucky to grow up a little bit more Americanized. My mom was a single parent, and she was born and raised in Hawaii. So although we were both Filipino, we didn't really like speak the language and stuff growing up. It wasn't until later that I actually got to acclimate myself with what it means to be Filipino. But I think my mom had to make that choice initially because she wanted me to grow up a certain way. She wanted me to have a certain type of education, and I appreciate everything that she's done for that. But now it's kind of like, now I got to go back to my roots. Now I got to, you know, taboo.
Oh my God.
And you know what? Like, people were telling me the first time I went to the Philippines, because we went to the barangay, which is like rural area, right?
Yeah, and I haven't been there for 12 years.
Right.
It's the barrio, right?
Yeah.
So it was completely culture shocking for me, you know, after 12 years.
But I loved it. I loved every bit of being over there. So I actually dropped another song on all streaming called Barangay off my latest EP, and the picture is literally like in front of G's birth house, like the house that she was born in and stuff, and with the sari store and everything. I know. So it's like, you know,
the little hut on the side.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. I'm just proud to be who we are. Yeah. And like I said, I'm super proud to have this woman in my life right here. She's literally been here since the jump. Like, I started rapping back in high school, but I met her maybe like my freshman, sophomore year of college. So she's been with me through the open mics, through the talent shows. She's literally been here. You've seen her, you know. And we've both grown in our careers and in our professions and in our passions for our art. So I really appreciate
Shouts out
that.
to Fresh Cafe.
Yeah.
Fresh Cafe.
They used to do a spoken word, poetry, and stuff like that.
Do we still do that?
No.
No, I think the main one is at Hawaiian Brian's now.
Yeah.
Hawaiian Brian's popping up again.
But no, I remember we used to do break battles there too.
Wow. That's it.
Oh, it's alright.
There's more right here.
That's alright. That's a backup. She got your back.
Yeah, for sure.
I had one question though. Like,
yes.
So, as Jan,
G.
So, we always have people coming in from the Philippines moving here.
Yeah.
So, some of them might be frightened because of culture shock. Like, what is something you can share with them to not fit in, but like to be able to get into how it is, because it's different in the Philippines.
Honestly, so I'm still learning this on my own, because like I just me and Jehzan kind of moved out from my family house, so I understand the culture, the burden, the guilting or whatever, you know, whatever that's going on in the family or whatever. Well, honestly, like what she has taught me is to like, you gotta set the example. So if you're going to be confident and tell the kids to be confident, you need to be confident yourself. So honestly, like when you come to America, don't be afraid, because that's usually something that holds you back. It's always you're afraid to try new things. You have to try those new things so you can build, at least like look back and say, I tried it, you know, and build that little stepping stone, those little foundation. And that's what we were trying to, like, we were doing the past couple years. So even if you lose family along the way, you're the one who's living your life. So, you know, I'm not JehzanExclusive. I'm Jira Molasho. I'm going to live my life. So I haven't, like, being a photographer, I was doing photography and taking photos and all that stuff in high school, but I never, like, and I put it on the side, but I never really picked it up and thought about it as my passion until last year. You know, and then like I was like, okay, let's go do like photo shoots, like, because I want to go back into those kind of things. So those type of things, fear, guilt, the burden within my family or in just my friends or anything that's in my life, that held me back. For, you know, you got to stay true. Like she said, you know, you got to really stay true, because you're the one who's looking at yourself in the mirror.
Right.
You're the one who's asking questions like, why am I living like this? You know, so if you want to be happy, be happy. Don't let anything hold you back. When you come to America, you're going to have a lot of people tell you negative things, but there's a lot of people who's going to also support you and tell you positive things. So dwell on that. Because in the Filipino culture, they're like, they love you, but only on their terms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I love you, but please stay home with me. You know, don't go to college. But no, we're like, go to college. Get out of here. You know, learn all these stuff. But I love being Filipino. You know, like I'm not being, you know, I'm not saying bad things about being Filipino. Like I embrace it. Thank you for like telling me those things, because there were bad examples which turned into good examples, and good examples which turned to bad examples. So I'm like, I love it. Tell me all those stuff, you know? But yeah, you know, just be real. That's it.
Cool.
That's it. Yep.
All right. And that was some wisdom from G.
G.
So all you our couple Mayans that's coming in from the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right, so we got like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
In just any plugs, last minute plugs.
Once again, guys, I'm gonna say it again. This Saturday, Hawaiian Brian's at the studio at Hawaiian Brian's, all age show, $10 cover. But honestly, you can hit me up for pre-sales. You can hit me up for the guest list. Also, any of the artists on the lineup. Once again, shouts out Fire Empress, Stone, Trip God, Drunk, and also Lava Rock Hawaii, the Hawaiian Lion, Ikaika, all that whole crew over there. They've really just been supportive, and Hawaiian Brian's themselves. And again, shouts out Davao City, man. Like I'm gonna be in your city for a whole month, performing, teaching the kids, chopping it up. You know, cruising with the locals and stuff like that. So it's gonna be really fun. You know, people are saying that it's a vacation, but it is in a way. Like we get to be away from home and in a different land, but we're gonna be working. We're gonna be networking. It's a bigger picture than just, you know, going there and cruising. You know, and that's the part that people don't see. They only see the Instagram cool stuff, but behind the scenes, we're editing, we're writing, we're blogging, we're recording. Like there's so much stuff that goes into it, especially when you're an independent artist. You're gonna have to play these different roles. You're basically like your own basketball team. You don't have another point guard. You're the point guard. You don't have a shooting guard. You're the shooting guard. You know, literally, you're gonna have to shoot your own videos. Like, but that's the thing about hip hop is like it came from a DIY culture. You know, it wouldn't be hip hop if you didn't have to do a couple things on your own. You know, even in this setup, I'm sure there's ways that you freestyle how the show goes about, you know? So that's all hip-hop. It's a freestyle.
Shouts out, Jan. Don't forget to pick us up.
Yeah, don't forget to pick us up, bro, from the airport.
No, Jan, our best friend there.
Yeah, shouts out her for
just,
she's working hard, too, in her own way. And she's just been so supportive through this whole process. She moved to Davao after graduating college back in May of last year. And she's been in Davao ever since, kind of like our little, like, talent scout international. I call her like my international agent. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, man, that's what it is. Thank you so much for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, as long as I'm still here.
Yeah.
And still relevant.
For sure. Hey, you gotta, like, it's gonna come. And for example, like, you know, like I said, the real OGs, they always gonna be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z, he's always gonna be relevant. Eminem, always gonna be relevant.
Tupac is relevant still.
Tupac,
you know what I mean? Tupac,
because they were real. They were real MCs. They were real hip hop.
Exactly.
You know,
Left Eye.
That's what I'm about, man. Yeah.
Right on. Oh, let me just 30 seconds. Let me just shouts out to Jarrett.
Yes.
Real short story.
Yes.
No joke, true story. We were breakdancing. USB Unique Style Breakers OG breakdancing at Frankton Auditorium, and there was a rumble going on on the grass, and we're like, yo, that little kid over there is getting jumped by these guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're like, that's unfair. Like, you know, okay, 1-on-1, okay, maybe, but when everyone else started jumping in, so it was like, yo, let's go help them out.
Yeah.
So we helped them out, and so we ended up calling out the other guys, and then they came back with their whole fam. That was crazy. We ran.
That's Kalihi though. That's Kalihi.
Yeah.
But little knowing years down the road, his grandma worked here and worked together, and that's how the bond came, because he came pick up the grandma, and I was like, that's your grandma. Then so shouts out Maggie Tataishi and to Jarrett.
Yes.
Love you guys, man.
Yeah.
God bless Jarrett. I'm glad he's doing good with his fam.
Yeah.
So
I met him back at Ruby Ibarra's show in April of last year, and he's kind of like lit on Twitter and Twitch. Like he kind of has like a following in the video gaming world and stuff, live stream world. So I'm gonna have to hit him up for a live stream interview or something too. So shouts out him. And he's been supporting ever since, you know, online and stuff like that. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, when the grandma was here, me and her had a show together. It was called can't think of it, but she moved back to the mainland.
Oh, okay.
But anyhow, for the last minute plug. Where can we follow you?
Guys,
find you?
Thank you so much again, KNDI, JehzanExclusive. You already know this is
G-Ramallah
Show, The Third Eye Films, OTD Hip Hop, SkyLex Entertainment, Lava Rock Hawaii, Hawaii Hip Hop in the building, Pinay artist, Philippine diaspora all over the place. www.JehzanExclusive.com. That's JEHZAN exclusive.com. You can follow JehzanExclusive on SoundCloud, all social media outlets, and also YouTube and all streaming outlets. I also got some singles on singles and EP on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music. Like, we out here, bro. Like, it's what it is. I don't know how else to say it, man.
You missed all that. Just ask me. I'll
You're right.
you to
Right. JehzanExclusive everywhere, bro. You're gonna see me. Yeah.
You can follow Third Eye Film.
Right on.
Hey.
So thank you again, Jehzan
Thank
and
you.
G, for coming by
Thank
and
you.
for the icy, my favorite drink from Zippy.
Shout out to
bro.
Zippies.
Yeah. Shouts out Brian again, man. He's just such a hard worker, man. KNDI, y'all listening. He's such a hard worker. He always does his due diligence, whether I come in for an interview or we do a phone interview. Always down just to support. I really appreciate that, man.
I still gotta come out to one of your shows.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
When you're all healed.
Bring a crew.
And you know, I understand because like my mom has been starting to come to the shows, which I appreciate, you know, but it's like she wants to be like all young and stuff, but I realize like most people don't want to stay up past midnight, 1 a.m. listening
like
to
all these people in the car.
you know.
Uncle, what you doing here?
No, but I think that's the cool thing about Hawaii is because like there's such a vast hip hop audience, you know, because there's like the old hip hop heads, 2000s hip hop heads, and then even like the kids now. So it's cool to see the progression, and I think I like to live in that pocket where I'm like I can be old school with it, I can be new school with it, I can be in the middle if I want, you know. So that's cool. Another thing is just, you know, find your lane and stay true to yourself, man.
Yes.
That's all. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, there you have it.
Thank you. God bless everybody. God bless everybody.
Yeah.
Woo! Shouts out Instagram, bruh.